Okay, so how to change oil in a lawnmower. It's pretty simple. What you first want to do, just like a car, is you want to fire your lawnmower up and let it run for a while so it gets old oil good and hot, and lowers the viscosity so it'll run out easier and faster, and you'll get more of it out when you drain it. And then the next thing to do is find a way to prop it up. You can either hold it up, but I like to walk away and let everything drain out, so I just pick it up on some bricks, and I just got some bricks laying over here that I take from the landscaping and lift it up with. You can use anything naturally, but then it's just as simple as just take a normal wrench without any socket on it, a small extension, and there'll be a plug. This bottom part here is your engine. There'll be a plug, and mine's right here, and that's just as simple as hooking onto that and turning it to the left to loosen it. So I generally like to have an oil pan, but I left mine at home, so this cup will work just fine. I got a brick chip in the bottom of it so it doesn't go anywhere. So anyway, you get it a little of the way loose, and then you can just take it the rest of the way with your finger. Make sure you have your cup lined up, and then out it comes. So we'll let this drain out, and then we'll refill it in just a bit. Okay, so after you get your oil all drained out and it's done dripping, you want to wipe off your fill plug here, and then just simply screw it back in and reinstall it. Now you don't want to wipe your oil spot or your oil drain hole off until this plug is in, because you might wipe garbage into the mower. So tighten that in, and then you can go ahead and wipe it off. And finally here you want to tighten your plug up. You don't want it too tight, because then you can crack your engine casing. So just get a feel for it. Doesn't need to be gorilla tight. About there is good. When you start feeling some pretty good resistance, you don't want to have to force it. So, and it should do its job just like that. We'll go ahead and add some oil in it now. Okay, so I thought I'd go over the type of oil I like to use. I always like to add a little bit of this to all my engines, and it's kind of some thicker stuff, but what it does is it holds on to the upper cylinder parts and keeps them good and lubricated. So when you go to start your mower, all the valving and everything up here on the top end of the motor, like the cam and the lifters and everything, are properly lubricated, so you're not going to have any damage because of that, which is really important, because these mowers, when you fire them up, they spin all the way up to 3,500 RPM, so right away. So, and they just slosh the oil around. They have a little oil slinger on the bottom of the piston, and that's how they lubricate everything. So it takes some time for the oil to get to the upper part of the cylinder, so I really like to use just a little bit of that. So this is a 3.5 horsepower lawnmower, so it takes about 3/4 of a quart, so a half to 3/4, somewhere in there. So anyway, you have your fill hole here, and if it's tight and you can't get it off, you can always use a screwdriver or even just a key. You'd stick a key in here between these two prongs and just twist, and it'll loosen right up. So how you get that off there. And you want to put that somewhere where it's not going to get all dirty, so you're not putting dirt back in your motor, because again, you don't have an oil filter or anything, so it's just throwing around whatever's in there. So I didn't really come prepared, so I don't have a funnel, but you can make a funnel just out of a piece of paper, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I need 2 hands. So then if you didn't have a funnel like I did today, then you can easily just roll a piece of paper into a funnel just about like this and stick it in, and then just add the oil. And again, you want to make sure that you're checking your dipstick as you do that. Another good thing to do every time you change your oil is just take a look at your air filter. So a lot of these Briggs engines have this little screw, and you can just put a key in there and turn it. So it looks like I tightened it. So you want to clean out your air filter, so you can just take a key, it's just that simple, and loosen this up. Now I have my air filter on here actually backwards, because I like to keep the engine breathing on air away from the hot engine. So if nothing else, when you're doing this job, you want to take your filter out. I can do this with one hand here. And then oftentimes you'll have a lot of grass accumulation on these areas, and you can kind of just rub it off, really. And if you do nothing else, you can do this, and it should breathe a lot better, and you can get a lot of crap off like that. So granted, you get your hands a little dirty, but that's just a part of life. So if you got a problem with getting your hands dirty, obviously you shouldn't be doing any of this. So anyway, that's pretty much how it's done, and you could put it in a bag with a little bit of filter oil and shake it around or whatever. I'm not going to, because this was a free mower, but anyway, that's something you should do every time you change your oil, is clean out your filter. So anyway, there you have it. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Okay, so I got the mower down off the blocks here, and ignore my little ignition deal here. Someone stole some of my mower parts and actually broke my handle, so it's really kind of funny. But anyway, if we did everything right here, it should start first pull, I imagine. All right.